Hi there. How are you? All right. So I know I have a little bit of a problem. I'm hoping you could help me, or if there's a
Is
manager.
that your ticket?
This is my ticket. I wrote down the situation here. This is my 5th time here.
I know.
So what's happened is the NYPD, I reported them for public corruption. The branch of the NYPD that I reported is part of the Joint Terrorism Task Force. Right? There happen to be my family members in there. They're friends with the internal affairs judge. They got in trouble with internal affairs, and then they stole my social security number and changed my name, and I can't get a job or claim benefits. They did this to punish me sometime after November, because I could get a job in November, but after that I couldn't claim unemployment, and I can't get a new job, because my information doesn't match my driver's license. It says I'm a woman.
Okay.
And yeah, it's pretty obvious, you know, and they got found guilty of cyber crimes, mail fraud, and racketeering. And they got promoted to the mail department from sergeant to lieutenant. That was their punishment because they knew the judge. So they're telling me I need to get my birth certificate from New York, but my mail's being stolen. Because this is supposed to last forever. Now I'm out of money, I don't have gas, my phone is off, I can't pay my rent. I've been to the FBI with a letter from Congressman McCormick, Congresswoman McBath, Senator Ossoff, Senator Warnock, and they arrested me for trespassing because the Joint Terrorism Task Force thing, where they're a branch of. So I don't know if it's like a legal thing for them, but it's just so stupid. Like, it's at this point where I went to court the first time for it, and they're like, "We'll drop the charges for $200," and I said, "Then what? I'm gonna go back to the FBI and get trespassed again?" Like, this is just a catch-22. But what I do have is I have my driver's license and I have my passport.
Okay, so what is it that you're trying to do?
Well, it says I'm a woman on my Social Security, so I can't get a job, and I can't claim benefits. This is the retaliation because they're showing me.
Yeah. And you don't have.
I can't even. It's $15 from New York. I don't have $15 anymore. I don't have a car anymore. I don't have a phone to call anymore. I don't have internet. I don't have electric in my house. It's been since November. I've been without banking, and I can't get a job because that information doesn't match. And I know it's not the perfect crime, you know.
No, and I understand that. And that's fine. It's just how our system is made. We have to have the birth certificate.
Can you tell, like, I left a note on there for Robert Kennedy because I don't know who else to contact, and like they did this on purpose because they're investigators. They know how these things work, and I'm sure they've seen this before. And they're like, all right, let's do that to him to teach him a lesson. And they stole all the equipment, and they've done this to other family members. And then like people miraculously die, family members and friends, and they already have control of their Social Security. Like when I heard the Elon Musk thing with 120,000 people, I'm like, I kind of know how some of that happens, you know. But there's just no way for me to go forward.
Well, no, I get that.
So what is the next step for me?
Because see, it's nothing like, even though like your passport, it may have like your
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
gender on there.
Yep.
Does it have that on
I
there?
never changed my gender. They did that to punish me.
So, and our system has something different.
I know. They told me they were going to do this to me before they did it, right? And I know they've done it to other people.
But I don't believe, the thing is that, the apartment number is 701. Yeah, because it would just have to,
Can you contact or email whoever it is that would be able to override it or get me my?
no one can override it, it's our system.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I have to live without banking then.
Yeah, we have.
And I'm gonna wind up
to get a
homeless.
certificate.
I'm gonna be homeless because I can't get it because they've stolen my mail. They've programmed code on my phone. This is what they pled guilty to, you know. And then they got a promotion because they're racketeering inside the NYPD.
Michelle, Rocky Moore, Washington, window
But
13.
what I'm saying to you is,
I don't have any way to petition my government for redress of grievances. That's a First Amendment thing.
yeah.
And when I talk to local police, they tell me they don't have jurisdiction. If I go to New York, I left there because they poisoned me with arsenic. So I can't do it there, and I don't want to get poisoned even if I do go back. Even if I had the money, $15 to order it, I'm not going to get it anyway because they're forwarding my mail.
It's nothing else that we gotta have your birth certificate. That's the only way
Can
to change it.
can we make a police report? Can you call, like, whoever,
We
whatever?
can't do that here. We don't do that here.
What is this federal police or local police?
No, you have to just contact the, what, this is just a Social Security Administration agency.
Yeah, but you see my problem, right?
So we don't have anything to do with any of that.
I know, but I just don't have any recourse. I want the courts to know I'm not lying, and I guess I need a court order. What would you suggest?
Well, you can't do a court order for.
See, they know that because they're
You have
investigating.
to actually have your birth certificate.
They know
So
that
you can
because
request that.
they're investigators, and they plan this crime. It's an organized crime to punish me for them getting in trouble in internal affairs.
Okay. Well, I know. Only thing I can tell you is that I can't change this.
I can't either.
Yeah. So
So, you know,
unless you have your birth certificate.
my country's abandoned me. Then, like, I have no recourse. This is worse than being a slave. I can't even get food.
Well, you can. I mean, you can go online and request it, right?
No. I don't. My phone's turned off. I don't have access to internet. I don't have any family in Georgia. I moved down here to try and help the situation 3 years ago, and it just gets worse and worse. I don't have a car. I can't drive anywhere. I can't go in person anymore. I don't have a way to make it to court for the FBI arrest. I have to go to McDonald's by email something, and now I got to walk. What is it? 5 miles from here?
No, I get that, but I can't do anything. It's our system won't allow us to do anything until we have that. It's just,
But I have no way to get to New York.
You can do it online.
It's $15, and then I can't get it mailed to me because they're stealing my mail.
There's nothing that I can do about that.
Is
We can't
it-
make any changes until we have that.
Is there a manager or a higher? Not saying like you're
that's
doing it on
fine.
purpose, but like, is there a manager I could let know of the situation?
I can put you on the manager's board, and just allow him to call you by your name. What's 1 second. What's your first name?
Kyle. And my last name is Walsh. It's my family doing this to me, and like, even if I do change it, they're gonna change it back.
Social Security number?
It's hold on, let me pause this.
Okay. So just sit out there and he'll call you by your name, okay?
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.